Death Stranding is getting a movie. What the actual fuck? To say that this week has been insane for Death Stranding fans would be a massive understatement. And now that understatement is about to become even bigger because hot on the heels of the epic announcement for the sequel to Death Stranding, we've now gotten confirmation that a movie for the first Death Stranding is in the works. What the hell? In less than a week, we've gone from getting a reveal for a sequel to a full-on movie adaptation. What is going on? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is not clickbait, this is not a drill. I have this article here pulled up from Deadline, and it says here at the top, Death Stranding film based on hit video game in the works from Barbarian executive producer Alex Lebovici's Hammerstone Studios and Kojima Productions. Holy shit. So yeah, we are absolutely going to be reading this article together right now, and afterwards I'm definitely going to be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on this, because I do have a lot to say about this, of course, and I'm sure a lot of you fellow Death Stranding fans out there will as well. Okay, so here we go. It says, hot on the heels of announcing Death Stranding 2 at the Game Awards, gaming auteur Hideo Kojima's and Kojima Productions has partnered with Barbarian executive producer Alex Lebovici's Hammerstone Studios to develop and produce a film adaptation of the former's hit video game, Death Stranding. The film, being fully financed by Hammerstone, will be produced by Kojima and Lebovici via their respective banners, with Kojima Productions US and Alan Ungar serving as exec producers. Connecting with more than 10 million worldwide since its 2019 launch in PlayStation 4, Death Stranding features an all-star cast including Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, Lea Seydoux, Guillermo del Toro, and Margaret Qualley. The game challenges players to connect a fractured society after the cataclysmic Death Stranding event, which has opened a doorway between the living and the dead, blending the creatures from the afterlife roaming the fallen world marred by a desolate society. Carrying the disconnected remnants of humanity's future in his hands, players embody Reedus' Sam Bridges as he embarks on a mission to deliver hope to humanity by connecting the last survivors of a decimated America. The plot for the project, marking Kojima Productions' first ever feature adaptation, is being kept under wraps, but we hear that it will introduce new elements and characters within the Death Stranding universe. It's not clear yet who will write and direct the pick, though we understand it's now on the fast track with development underway. I could not be more excited about this new partnership with Hammerstone Studios, said Kojima. This is a pivotal moment for the franchise, and I'm really looking forward to collaborating with them in bringing Death Stranding to the big screen. We are thrilled and honored to have the opportunity to partner with brilliant and iconic Hideo Kojima on his first film adaptation, added Lebovici. Unlike other big-budget tentpole video game adaptations, this will be something far more intimate and grounded. Our goal is to redefine what a video game adaptation could be when you have creative and artistic freedom. This film will be an authentic Hideo Kojima production. Holy shit, man. All right, I'm not going to say anything yet right now, though. Let's continue. Kojima is a world-renowned game creator known for pushing the boundaries of the medium, who is widely considered the father of the stealth game genre. He launched his studio, Kojima Productions, in 2015, and in 2020 received the BAFTA Fellowship, the highest accolade bestowed by BAFTA upon an individual, in recognition of exceptional contribution to film, games, and television. Kojima's Death Stranding has launched on PC and received numerous Game Awards following its debut on PlayStation, and was followed up in September of 2021 by a Death Stranding Director's Cut, enhancing the game experience by offering players more character action, expanded areas, extended storylines through new missions, and a unique social strand system, enabling them to stay connected with others around the globe through in-game actions. Yeah, Death Stranding Director's Cut was incredible. This is just all a recap here. The Death Stranding sequel game announced last week is being developed for PlayStation 5, with Kojima himself serving as its writer, director, producer, and designer. So yeah, I guess there's also some confirmation somewhere along the pipeline that Death Stranding 2 is going to be on PS5. I missed that in the memo, right? I must have missed that because I thought we were still speculating about that. So I'm going to have to go look that up again later on. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be for the PS5, but maybe that's not concrete yet. But anywho's, Lebovici's LA-based production company Hammerstone Studios finances, develops, and produces independent films across all genres, having produced nearly 20 films and financed over $200 million in budgets. The producer has been quietly amassing a string of buzzy films of late, including the critically acclaimed 20th Century Studios horror Barbarian, starring Georgina Campbell, Bill Skarsgård, and Justin Long, which took over $45 million in worldwide box office. So I actually haven't seen that film. And then Bill and Ted. Oh, he did Bill and Ted Face the Music. Very cool. I haven't seen that, but I've heard very good things. The third installment of the beloved series starring Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter, of course. He recently wrapped production on the genre-busting dystopian fever dream Boy Kills World, also starring Skarsgård, which he produced alongside Sam Raimi and Roy Lee. Lebovici is currently in post on the feature adaptation of the short Kung Fury, the movie starring Michael Fassbender, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and David Sandberg, and on Yuval Adler's Sympathy for the Devil, starring Nicolas Cage and Joel Kinnaman. So holy shit, you guys, I have a lot to say about this. So first, we've obviously got to talk about the elephant in the room here, which is the fact that this is going to be a movie of a video game, right? Video game movies get a bad rap for a very good reason, and it's because these things take too many freedoms and deviate so heavily from the original material to something that's barely recognizable anymore that just comes off as disrespectful to the fans, and even the creators of these pieces that are so beloved. And so my immediate thought when I heard the news that Death Stranding was going to be getting a movie adaptation was, oh fuck, this is not a good thing. Because in this day and age, I think we're all conditioned a little bit to go, okay, as soon as something that is a video game gets an adaptation of some kind to go on the screen, it is going to suck. Now, granted, in the last couple of months, it has been improving a little bit, right? We have seen some really good adaptations, mainly in the form of animes. But when it comes to live action shit, right, I think that's the right way to put it. When it comes to actual live action movies and shows based on games, that's where things start to get very worrying. So yeah, I was not on board with this when I heard the news initially and didn't actually read the details. But here's what has me really excited, you guys. It's the fact that Kojima himself is directly involved with the creation of this movie. First of all, Kojima Productions has partnered with Hammerstone Studios. And second, there's this part right here that got me really hyped up. You guys saw, right? I'm going to read this again. We are thrilled and honored to have the opportunity to partner with brilliant and iconic Hideo Kojima on his first film adaptation, added Lebovici. Unlike other budget tentpole video game adaptations, this will be something far more intimate and grounded. Our goal is to redefine what a video game adaptation could be when you have creative and artistic freedom. This film will be an authentic Hideo Kojima production. Like, holy shit, right? The fact that he is actually so self-aware and he is pointing out the flaws indirectly with video game adaptations has me feeling really optimistic, right? That is a damn good thing, because it's not often that you hear producers of these shows that are based on the games going, okay, we want to create something that lines up with the vision of the original creator and the fans, right? We're just going to go our own direction and do our own thing, right? It's all about taking our liberties and creating our vision of whatever the hell we want to make that is barely going to be even recognizable anymore after we're done with it. And that's why all these things end up sucking, right? So not trying to get overhyped here, but this bodes very fucking well with me. This makes me really happy to hear. And just this last bit, right? This film will be an authentic Hideo Kojima production. They're really excited to work together, it sounds like. The fact that he is acknowledging that they're going to try and do something different, right, while having the creator on board and being enthusiastic about that partnership is just so good to hear. And I don't want to say I'm excited, but I get good vibes after hearing the news of a video game movie rather than the immediate bad vibes that myself and you guys are probably used to feeling, right? God damn it. Just please fucking be good and don't tarnish my perspective towards Death Stranding in some way as a result of this, right? That's all I want, because there's just so many movies and shows that come out and then, you know, they retroactively go and ruin the experience of watching prior installments in those beloved series, right? And that is one of the worst possible feelings as a fan of something. So these are all good signs, right? These are all very, very good signs. And again, I don't want to overhype this or anything, right? Because there are still pieces of information in this whole thing that are unknown to us, right? That haven't been demystified yet. This is just the very beginning of this project. It's just the announcement of the project. And we still should be very cautiously optimistic, especially when you consider stuff like it's not clear yet who will write and direct the pick. Though we understand it's now on the fast track with development underway. Like, we have no idea who's actually writing this thing. But right now, we do know that they're excited to be working together and collaborating together. And especially when you consider the fact that Kojima, right, considers Death Stranding to be something very personal and doesn't give the impression that this is something he would want anyone other than himself and his associates to work on. The fact that he is partnering up with someone to make a movie adaptation of his game here is very, very surprising. Of course, my mind is racing with questions about this project here. The first being, okay, what exactly is this film going to be focusing on in the world of Death Stranding, right? To which I think we do have a bit of an answer here. So it says here that it will introduce new elements and characters within the Death Stranding universe. So from that, I think we can assume that what they're going to do is they're going to create a movie, I hope, right? And this is what I hope that they do, is that they're going to create a movie based on some story that has taken place within the world of Death Stranding, but one that does not have anything to do with our main cast of characters. And again, I feel like it's obvious that they wouldn't go that route of telling the story of Sam again, because that's obviously what the game is for, right? And if you're just going to do a movie about Death Stranding where you're just going to tread the same ground about the same characters like a majority of movie and show adaptations do for games, then in the case of Death Stranding, you would just have Norman Reedus playing Sam again, right? Because it's literally just Norman Reedus in the game, you know? So it wouldn't make any sense for a movie just to be the story of Sam again. That's what we have the game for. So yeah, I feel like from a logical perspective, they are definitely not going to go in that route. And also, there's very good reason to believe that they're going to be going in the route of creating stories about new characters, because this book actually, Death Stranding, the official novelization, right, which is the book adaptation, or we're talking about a film adaptation now, which is crazy. There was a book adaptation before, and I reviewed this a year ago on my channel. In the book adaptation of Death Stranding, there are actually chapters that go into detail about various characters that you meet as Sam while you're playing through the game, whose stories you didn't get to see so fleshed out to the extent that they are in this book. So like that, this movie could very well go in the direction of telling condensed stories about individual characters or groups of characters that have nothing to do with our main cast in this world of Death Stranding, because it's so rich with lore and stories and things that have happened that we know next to nothing about besides the things that our main cast of characters experience in this world in the game. And in my opinion, it will be so fun to find out about those things, right? Find out more about, you know, how the BTs and the Death Stranding have affected other people's lives and how other people survive against those things, right? Because we play Death Stranding to this perspective of someone who is very powerful in a way compared to the average person, right? He has the abilities to sense the dead. He has the abilities to get around them as a result of that, that character being Sam. But we never get to, unless you've read the books, see everything that is going on through the perspective of a normal character and how a normal character in this world deals with all of the crazy events going on. And it's so interesting, and I just really do hope that that is what this film gives us, right? Something like what Rogue One was to the greater Star Wars universe, right? A film that for once isn't about the main cast of characters with flashy lightsabers that we like, but one that is about a very specific particular event that happens in a greater universe that adds so much to it. That would be phenomenal in my experience. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely crazy news, you guys. I just thought I'd let you guys know about this because I think this is going to blow the minds of all Death Stranding fans out there, like it did mine. I really hope this turns out to be good. I really do. And it sucks that in this day and age, again, it's wishful thinking most of the time to go, oh man, I really hope this movie adaptation of the game is going to turn out to be really good, because 9 times out of 10 it doesn't. And like I said, sometimes there are gems here and there, like some animes that are based on games that are really good here and there, but otherwise it's just not every day that you get that. And especially in a live action adaptation of something, it's absolutely almost never any day that you get something good out of a live action adaptation. So really hoping they don't butcher a live adaptation to one of my top 3 all-time favorite games. And right now I'm seeing some very good omens in this article, right? This article does seem to have things that are looking good for the fans, right? I like what I'm hearing, and I recognize some of the titles that this producer has worked on before, which were really enjoyed by a lot of people. And the fact that Kojima and this dude are happy to be working together makes me really happy. So I will be optimistic about this, but cautiously optimistic. But yeah, anyways, you guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on any other Death Stranding news I come across until now, and the inevitable release of the sequel. God damn it, I'm just thirsty for more information, right? So definitely subscribe if you want to see more news, and follow me over on Twitch if you guys want to talk more about all this Death Stranding craziness. I'd love to say hello to you guys. Stop by. That's twitch.tv/irritableindian. But until the next one, you guys, keep on keeping on.